16 teams remaining, but there can only be one national champion. Welcome to the playoffs of the CRAA D1A. My name is Ike Wrigley, and alongside me tonight, Jack Thorey. Jack, how you doing?
Very well, thank you, Ike. And this is a game for the ages, a top 16 matchup as we get underway here.
Lindenwood restarting, kicking from left to right in the black. The Nittany Lions in the hoops, blue and white today for them.
Good defensive start there for the Lions.
Some physical hits on early. Penn State looking to exit. Through the boot of Sarkis, and he'll find touch for our first pause of the game. Jack, we're going to head into some players to watch. Who do you have your eye on for Penn State?
For the Nittany Lions, it's the number 12 big man, Lockie Treister. He's been a pivotal player for this Penn State backline, and he's been a dynamic ball carrier at that. For the Lindenwood Lions, it's the scrum half and Rudy Schultz nominee, Jack McAllister, who'll be looking to control the tempo for the Lions.
Lindenwood with their first line out of the day. Ingram to throw in, that's clean to captain David Scanlon. Good sack, but it's there with Richardson Mould in the red scrum cap. McAllister with the ball. He finds the number one, big man Kieran Holland. Lindenwood getting to work. Milzarek with a good carry. Penn State are showing up well, though. Ingram. Great shot and second effort from the Nittany Lions. Kicking behind. Rice going for the corner, ball bouncing. Who's going to get there first? And the fullback beats him to it.
That's a
great work from Jake O'Donnell.
That's a great bit of skill there to cover across when looking at a mismatch like that. Fantastic from the Nittany Lions fullback.
Good option from Byron forward. Lions switching it up early. But as you mentioned, Jack, O'Donnell first to the ball. Switched on was the Nittany Lion. Now they get a chance to clear their lines. Take our first stop in play.
And previously in these matchups, the Lions have been heavily one-sided.
Jago Burley with the ball from the goal line. Restart, good feet. Oh, but he's met well, but high. Referee deeming, oh, Jack McAllister goes quickly. He's got some space. Lindenwood with momentum. Slow ball with Ingram. He finds Milzarek. Hooker showing he too can be a scrum half. McAllister back up on his feet. Back to Ingram again. He's been involved early. Burley at first receiver. To Schaffer North. He attacks the line with pace. Good cover defense from Penn State. McAllister works his way back in. Holland. Oh, ball to ground though. Good defense from Penn State. Great defense from the Nittany Lions. They show up early.
And that's exactly what they'll be after early in this game. Linden would have been so dominant nice and early in these recent matchups. However, the Nittany Lions showing a bit of resistance here to what's been a pretty dominant Lindenwood attack in recent.
With the first scrum of the game, we'll have a look at the series history between these two sides. They met recently being just a month ago. How did that one play out, Jack?
Well, for the Nittany Lions, not favourably, as Lindenwood ran away with it in a 71-17 win here at Hunter Stadium. However, for the Nittany Lions, they'll be looking to rage an upset here in the following 30 minutes of this half.
Never know with playoff rugby, the stakes always higher. Penn State will be here to play, and they'll want to avenge that loss last time out to Lindenwood. First, they'll want to start clearing their lines. They did a good job of it before, but they'll have to do it once more.
Good set there at the set piece. However, referee unhappy with it, as it looks to be the Penn State tight head prop collapsing under pressure there. Referee will look to go again.
Set piece, such a key asset in a game of rugby, and that will be heightened even more. Playoff rugby just raises the pressure, raises the stakes. As we reset and look to go again. Picturesque day here in St. Charles, Missouri. The sun is creeping its way behind the clouds. We've got a great deck to play on. Penn State get the ball, great clearing kick. It's found its way deep to Byron Forward. Forward attacks the line. Great kick chase from the Nittany Lions, just up around the 45-yard line. First carry for Vicente Villela. McAllister works blind to Holland. McAllister sees some space, goes himself. Picks up with a debutant Eli Bauman on the left wing. Bauman making his first start for Lindenwood, the freshman from Spring Hill, Tennessee. Forward attacks the line, another attacking kick from him. That was swept up well by Penn State as they kick in behind themselves.
And
awareness from Burley.
And Burley is happy there to take the mark as they allow the Lindenwood team to reset here. And what has been a very competitive first 6 minutes of this matchup. Lindenwood knocking on the door, Penn State denying so far.
Kick fielded back with some venom from Penn State. Big hit there from Caleb Murphy. Penn State have the ball for the first time in Lindenwood's half. So the Nittany Lions have up their sleeve. So they work to the left. Tries to playmaking. Lindenwood holding them up. Basketball pass back over the top. Penn State having to work for all the meters at the moment. Sarkis goes back left. Really physical start to this one. Both teams raring to go.
Penn State with an opportunity now to this short side. A little mismatch of numbers here. See if they'll use it.
Bruno picking and going himself. The ball is still there for Penn State. Could have been lost. Slow ball coming. Sarkis finds willing runners to his left. Pixon goes himself this time. Driven back well by Villela. Reyes now plays scrum half. Pixon goes himself. Penn State really aren't finding much room to work with. Got a bit of space there. Great tackle from Carsten Rice. And McAllister's there to follow it up as well.
Lindenwood's D on the front foot now, getting off the line early, putting pressure on this Penn State attack.
And now Zamel goes to the air. He puts it up high, forward underneath. Good take from him. Good chase from Holtzman though. Murphy with a carry. He's met by multiple Penn State defenders. They go to Milzarek. Ball slowly coming out. Base is formed for McAllister. He goes to the air. Carsten Rice looking to get under this one. He does well. Ball's bouncing. Captain David Scanlon recovers it for the Lions. Now Lions with some momentum. Big carry from Tom Bishop.
Lindenwood now with some space to that far side, and forward looks for the boot.
Crossfield kick. Eli Bauman can't gather it in. Tough kick. Lindenwood really choosing to mix it up with some attacking kicks early on.
And that is a build-up of patience there from the Lions. They've been playing heavily so far in their own half, and forwards looking to play away from that. That being said, there is now a Penn State scrum on the halfway, which will look to get us back underway shortly.
Hits coming thick and fast in the first 10 minutes. Neither side giving an inch.
Lindenwood dominant at the last two sets of the scrum. They'll look to have a similar result here.
Last scrum was largely even. Penn State able to win their own ball. And now they've got a penalty. Is that the start of some set-piece dominance for the Nittany Lions? Something that could be so huge later on in this game. Zamel kicks to touch and finds it. As hooker Evan Wellers, I apologise, Caden Ansell, taking the throwing duties, the number 1.
And this is a pivotal moment early in this game for this Penn State team. A real possibility to shock the Lions early here as they look to go to the set piece.
Ball getting held up, wheeled around now. Ball still with Penn State. Oh, now turned over. Jack McAllister with a smart kick in behind. That's deep as well. Ball sits up. Chase is there. Great repeat kick, though. Now Byron Ford has some space to work into. They go right. Ball does not find Schaffernorth, though. He had to go clean up. Looks to kick. Doesn't do that. Rice now beats his opponent on the edge. Carsten Rice, 1 to beat. Great tackle from O'Donnell, but the ball's with McAllister. Strong carry from Bishop. Jack McAllister picks and goes himself. The scrum half finding some room on the edge. Lions in a flash have just eked out 70 metres. Can they get the remaining 10? Scanlon with the carry.
Lindenwood playing it slow now, building some phases here, tiring out this Penn State defence.
McAllister goes left, forward, out the back, pass doesn't find hand again. Schaffernorth cleans up to Valela. He's got numbers. Eli Bauman with a catch. Great edge defence from the Nittany Lions, but the Lions have kept the ball. Holland now. Great chop tackle from Penn State. Ingram. Penn State flying up in defence. Numbers around. Tom Bishop, big carry. Here to head of steam. Oh, that's a turnover. Great play from the Penn State. Unbelievable defence on their goal line, and they can kick in behind. Burley has to go retrieve. Burley back on his 5. Is it going to roll all the way in goal? Burley takes it in goal himself. He takes on the Penn State defender and flick pass back as well. Lindenwood playing on their own goal line. Risking it all, playing with fire. Richardson Mould with the carry.
Lindenwood without a 9 here as McAllister's slow to get back.
Murphy. Penn State, just like that, flipped the field completely. Forward, an attacking kick from him. Ball bounce, and that's in touch. Big collision between Rice and O'Donnell. They shake hands, but that finally gives us a rest.
What an intense first few minutes this game has been. Very, very even so far in this matchup.
Breathless stuff. Playoff rugby, don't you love it? As we have a small stoppage in play, but both teams going end to end. So we're going to have another look at the series history between these two sides. We mentioned they played before. We're going to give you a look at it now.
Lindenwood have been ever so dominant in this history between the two sides. Their most recent matchup being a Lindenwood, an excellent piece of play from Lindenwood with a 71-17 result, and they'll be looking to do the same today. However, this Penn State Nittany Lions team will be looking to play the upset.
That last game, the first match in 15s between the two sides. The previous one was in 7s. So that 15s record stands as 1 win for the Lions. I'm sure Penn State, no greater stage to rectify that record. Line out, doesn't go to hand. Luke Schaefer picks it up. Lindenwood would have numbers left if they look to use them. Tom Bishop. Forward now, playing out the back. Schaffernorth to Richardson Mould. He's got some space, tucks it under the arm. And the red scrum cap motoring down the field. Kieran Holland. Strong carry from him. McAllister spots a gap and goes himself. Jack McAllister, 1 to beat, finds Eli Bauman. What a tackle. Unbelievable tackle. I believe that's Nick Bruno.
And as you said, Ike, there is no greater stage. Penn State coming out early and proving why they deserve to be in this conversation.
Pure heart from Nick Bruno there. The captain standing up, leading by example. The Lions looked like they were away. But Nick Bruno, by the skin of his teeth, pulls Eli Bauman down and saves what surely would have been a try. Penn State go over the top. Great line-out option from the Nittany Lions. Clearing kick coming from Zamel.
He finds touch to set up a Lindenwood line out here just inside of the Penn State half. Great execution there to remove that threat off of their own line. And what a tackle from the captain, Nick Bruno.
Five-man line out for the Lions. Ingram to throw in. Stolen, but ball is back with Ingram. And a strong carry from the hooker out of South Africa. And Tom Bishop's there. He's seen some space. Goes himself. Tom Bishop for the line. Reaches over and puts it down. First draw to the Lions.
What a vision from Bishop there to reach out and grab that ball off of the deck from his hooker Ingram. And then the dart to the line was nothing short of spectacular there, as he gets the Lindenwood Lions up early, 5-0.
Lindenwood have looked to exploit the spaces just around the edges of the ruck. And Tom Bishop, he did exactly that. He still had a bunch of work to do as well. Stopped just short of the line, but those long arms put out and placed it. And he scores first. First points of the playoffs for Lindenwood. Byron forward now to add the extras. Tough kick for him. Strike is clean. The crowd likes it. Flags are up. 7-0 to Lindenwood. Tom Bishop has been quite the try scorer for Lindenwood this season. In numerous games, he's gotten himself on the score sheet. It's Penn State. Restart play. Kick is deep. Burley finds it. The flat kick from him, but bouncing ball. Goldman with a head of steam. Now he brings us just over the 40-yard line. Strong carry from Reyes. Good tip line there. Penn State working. Goldman again. He's over the gain line. Richardson mulled over it. Referee says not rolling though, and that will be a penalty in front of the sticks for Penn State.
Penn State opting to go for the shot at goal now to draw the scores tighter together.
Your thoughts on that, Jack?
I think it's a great option here. In a game which is only separated by 7 points, it's going to be a tighter one than last time for sure, and this could very well pay off in the long run for the Nittany Lions.
Senior fly half Lorenzo Zamel lining up for this one. Clean strike. That one would have been good from over 50 yards. Scores are now 7-3. Penn State are on the board and very much in this game. They've brought it to the Lions early on. Very physical start. It's been great to watch as we tick over 18 minutes of play so far. As forward, Restarts us. Vallela looking to get under it. He does well. Taps it back for the Lions. Ingram knocks it on though. Ball couldn't find him. Ball went back though. Burley, some dancing feet. Great step from him. Will Penn State bring him down? Murphy, tip ball, Vallela. Penn State working well in defence, staying connected really well. Penalty to the Lions, not rolling is the call.
Forward now with the option to the corner, looking to extend this Lions lead through what will most probably be a maul here. Lindenwood just from the looks of it 5 metres out. I'm mistaken. 20 metres out from the line here.
Great attacking opportunity for the Lions, but a key defensive set for Penn State. Richardson mould at the back, good sack again from the Nittany Lions. It's a tactic they've been looking to employ, and they've been doing it well. Ingram, great defense from the Nittany Lions. 2 on the ball carrier. Good chop once again. Strong carry from Ingram. He's making meters. McAllister to Milzarek. Stolen. Great play from the Nittany Lions, but knocked on. He doesn't see, and that was cleared from O'Donnell. He's also claiming it was tipped. No flags up, Lindenwood ball. Great stint on defense from the Nittany Lions. Another clutch turnover. That's 2 on the day for them already.
With that, an early substitution for the Nittany Lions. I believe it's their number 13, Aston Zaplinki, coming back on for the Nittany Lions here.
Ball over the top. Line out not working for Lindenwood. Goldman picks it up. Numbers to the right. Sarkis flicks it over. They kick him behind. Shanked off the boot. That one straight to touch, and Lindenwood will be back where we started, and Ingram will get another chance.
Lindenwood early here with some line-out struggles. However, Ingram will look to get back underway as the Lindenwood team have a great opportunity here to launch a set play just inside of the Penn State half.
Oh, that one also not finding the target. And a penalty as well. Insult to injury for the Lions. Line out, not operating at full efficiency so far.
And those struggles continue, as we mentioned only just earlier. Penn State now with the opportunity for the shot at goal. This is a long kick here, as due to the field being the way it is a 60-yard shot at goal for the Nittany Lions.
This one will be massive if Jake O'Donnell reels it in. Saw earlier that Lorenzo Zamel had quite a cannon attached to his foot. But apparently O'Donnell won the kicking battle at training. And he'll get the chance to see it over from 50. Kick had the legs. Would have been close, but just wayward to the left. Lions will have a 22 dropout as a result. It was a good option, though, from Penn State. I don't mind that from them. You've already got the scoreboard ticking over. And if you have someone who has the legs like O'Donnell or Zamel, might as well use them as we restart once more. Sarkis goes to the left. Great offload there. That one went forward, though.
And we will have another Lindenwood scrum here just inside their own half. Lindenwood will look to get back to what their bread and butter is at scrum time. Unfortunate so far in this game. 3 scrums and none won cleanly. However, Lindenwood would look to change that here. Through that front row of Holland and Schaefer and Ingram.
Number 18, Austin Noel on for the Nittany Lions. He'll be anchoring down the tight head side. As it seems Ty Reyes has left the field or changed position. Straight down, penalty to the Lions.
And that is a huge change that the Lions needed there. The loose head prop for the Nittany Lions not holding his own weight and collapsing. Giving Lindenwood the penalty to ultimately kick a line out there.
This distance on the field has been Ivan Ingram's kryptonite so far. We'll see if the hooker can make amends with this line out. As we mentioned before, set piece is going to play such a key role in this game. And that's clean. Bishop at the top. Now Schaffer North. Lions looking to work wide. Forward to the ball. Burley hits it at full steam. Eli Bauman with pace now. He cuts it inside. As we work back in. Oh, tip does not go to hand. Milzarek knocks it on.
And it will be a Penn State scrum. The hands of Milzarek there. Ultimately leading to the error. As Penn State will get to pack down here just outside of their 22.
It's a difficult tip ball from Ivan Ingram. He's coming onto the field, number 19, Tristan Somerville. Unsure whether these changes are tactical or if they are due to injury. If they are tactical quite early into this game, but Somerville has been a key player for Penn State. He's been given the captain's armband previously as well, since he's now returned to the side in the last few weeks for Penn State, so they'll want him in the action early. Good scrum from Lindenwood, but the ball is there for Penn State. Great scrum from Lindenwood, actually. And they get the penalty.
And it is the tight head there, number 18 standing up there, as Kieran Holland ultimately wins that penalty. Forward with the penalty, electing to go for the shot at goal here to draw the Lindenwood lead to 7 if successful. And as we have a look at news around the other matches of this national championship run, earlier in this bracket today, the Mount St. Mary's Mount lost 5-61 against the Life Eagles, who will be playing the winner of this matchup next week.
Forward lines up this penalty kick. Through the uprights. Lindenwood extend their lead back out to 7. Well, 13 minutes to go in this first half. Both teams have had momentum. Really setting us up for another great 50 minutes of rugby as that kickoff is deep. Burley doesn't have too much time. It was a good chase off the restart by the Nittany Lions. McAllister finds Bishop. Ever a willing runner, Tom Bishop, the try scorer from today. Ball's back with Byron forward. He relieves pressure for the Lions. Penn State will be happy with that, though. A great attacking platform for them to work off.
And as you said, Ike, great 50 minutes of rugby to play here, as Penn State have been posing many questions for this Lindenwood defence early on, and hopefully that will continue for the remainder of this match.
Answer with the throw. Referee not happy with the gap by the Lions. Great ball from Ansell. So he goes around the corner, met well though by Ingram. Sarkis finds Goldman. Oh, another great hit from Caleb Murphy, but a good leg drive from Cody Goldman. They work the ball out to the right now. Penalty coming for Penn State. Sarkis in behind, a floater as well. Bouncing ball forward as well, and the referee will bring us back for a penalty.
That's a good option there from Sarkis. Put a bit of pressure on that Lindenwood backfield and potentially force an error. However, that doesn't come this time. And Penn State will get the penalty as a result.
A nice set of play from Penn State. It's a good carry from Lockie Treister as well before the kick went in behind. And they'll once again opt for the penalty. Looking to cancel out forward's previous kick at goal. His kick in a similar spot to Zamel's last. That one off to the right. 2 missed kicks now for Penn State.
Potential
and
decider.
Lindenwood will have the 22 dropout.
Potential decider in this matchup. These missed kicks could come back to bite Penn State later in this game.
There's some much needed points for Penn State to reduce the deficit and keep it close. See where they go from here. Cash with the head up. It's like he's to Goldman. Ball back with Zamel. He puts up a bomb. Burley underneath. Oh, wow, big hit.
Taken in the air, though. Referee not happy, giving Lindenwood the penalty.
Dangerous play from Penn State. And a yellow card has now been issued. I believe that is Lockie Treister, who will be getting his marching orders for the next 10 minutes as the crowd serenades him over to the sideline.
Lindenwood now with the line out in Penn State's half. With the man overlap here in the backs, Lindenwood will probably look to play to the backs here.
Clean ball once again. Not straight. Line out. Causing problems for Lindenwood. Ingram not on his day so far. Penn State will get the scrum. Actually opted to go to the line out. Ansell, clean ball, they go to the maul. Penn State maul working up the sideline. Ball's now at the back for Zamel. Zamel's box kick. Finds forward, Bruno on the chase. Forward goes to his right. Bruno brings him down. The Lions will now get ball. Kieran Holland with the carry. The ball's back with McAllister. Jack McAllister finds Zamel. Zamel with some footwork and a good hit up from the fly half. They work it out, big hit in midfield. Caleb Murphy. Been a hitman today. Slow ball coming for Sarkis. Goes to Zamel. Zamel takes meters before he puts up a bomb himself. Great take from forward, under pressure as well. And a good clear up, but Penn State win the ball. Bruno was first to the hands now. A platform for Penn State to work off. They're inside the Lindenwood 22. Great tip ball back inside, but Lindenwood meet them well. Penn State work back the other way, but they're losing meters. Bit static at the moment of the Nittany Lions. Another big shot from Murphy. Hits coming thick and fast. Richardson, Molden, Luke Schaefer in that one. Penn State are just working side to side. They're losing meters though. Nearly to the 30-yard line now. Villela, his turn to make a big shot and a clear out, and he's come up with a ball for Lindenwood. There's space there. Jay McAllister finds it. Holds the ball up for Tom Bishop. McAllister taking offense is something Nick Bruno did. But the Lions have some space. Ivan out wide. Big collision. Tip ball to Bishop. Great catch from the Englishman. Space for the Lions to work. Burley to Schaffenhoff. He takes the space, finding Bauman. They can't link up. Ball goes to turf.
Lindenwood showing what they can do there when the ball is in hand. Very limited so far in this game. However, they are a dangerous threat whenever they have the ball to play with.
There's some tired bodies out in that field already. We see another substitution for Penn State. Forward pack in the bomb squad getting rotated early on in this match. And it's no surprise. It's been physical. Shots have been coming thick and fast. Penn State line out is good. Goldman with the take. Ismail at the base of the maul. He puts up a box kick. This one is deeper than he would have liked. Burley in some space. He kicks back, picks out Zamel in the backfield, who takes his time, puts up a spiral torpedo over the head of Burley. That one might run. Did he get too much on it? No. Burley fields it out of his in goal. Looking to find touch and does just that. Says enough of this kicking battle. I'll have a line out.
Penn State now with a great opportunity to launch from this Lindenwood half. We've been able to see what they can do with the ball in hand. However, they've just become stagnant at times when they should be trying to run it forward.
Yeah, just when it looks like Penn State have momentum on attack, Lindenwood defense meets them well, and in the end, they're just resulting in static plays. They need to switch up something. His line-out is good once more. Sarkis at the base of the maul. Find Noel, the prop, showing his playmaking. They go back to the right. Good carry from Somerville. Bruno decides he wants to be a forward and take a header. They go to Zamel, who once again goes to the boot. Burley with time, and he has numbers out to his right. Finds Carsten Rice, he's got space. Big carry, great tackle from O'Donnell. Bishop, tip ball to Luke Schaefer. Clear out off his feet, in at the side actually. Just as Linden would look like they get any momentum, they infringe.
And that's really what's keeping Penn State in the game so far, as they elect to go for another shot at goal here. Another challenging kick, this one from 60 out. And it's just Lindenwood shooting themselves in the foot early in this one, which have been holding them back from getting over the line more often.
I don't know about you, Jack, but Penn State have got the kicking bug.
That is for sure, Ike. That is for sure. It's a kick here, a kick there, a kick everywhere so far in this game. And we will look to continue that in the remaining minute of this half.
Does seem like a clear game plan for Penn State, but it's keeping them in this. They're relying on their defense, and it has been good so far. Can Jake O'Donnell add 3 to the board? Didn't strike that one too cleanly. Forward will take it under the sticks. That one didn't have the distance. Penn State now 1 of 4 from penalty goals. O'Donnell really not happy with himself with that effort.
And Burley with the composure to exit there, setting up the Penn State line out. However, not under any rush to make a decision there, keeping his options open until late. And it does end up with a Penn State line out here just inside of the Lindenwood 40.
Mackay Titchener also on for Penn State. Number 17 shown there. Zantzil's line out good once more. Sarkis to Noel. That ball stripped though. Richardson Mould with it. And the Lions, they have space to move. Eli Bauman, the Tennessee boy, cuts back inside. And a big tackle from Zamel. The hooter goes for half time. Clock is now in the red. Lions want to play. Forward sees the space. Rice is on the end of it. He beats one defender. Can he beat 2? No, O'Donnell makes the tackle. Lindenwood 5 metres out. Holland now. Lindenwood looking to use their forwards. Go to work underneath the sticks. Inching ever closer. Richardson Mould driving. He's close and he's over. Riley Richardson Mould, the Kiwi, on the board.
And what an end to this half. Lindenwood able to drag the score out even further, bringing it to 15-3 with the extras to come. And what a show of patience from the Lions there. Nothing's been going their way so far in this game, and they finally get over the line once more.
Well, you can't fit his name on the back of a shirt, but you can fit his name on the score sheet. Great play, great carry from Richardson Mould. A great way to end the half for the Lions. Forward adds the conversion, and we will go into the half. An exhilarating first half of playoff rugby, 15-3. Jack, what have you thought of that first half?
It's been phenomenal. The Lions showing their composure and patience at the end. However, Penn State came here to show that they're here to compete. They've been unfortunate with 3 missed kicks at goal, which could have drawn this game tighter. However, they'll be looking to show that they're not going to go away quietly here in this second half.
I apologise. The score is actually 17-3. Not quite 15-3. The conversion was just added to the end, and the points were added to the scoreboard late. So, Lindenwood will go into the sheds with a 14-point lead. And we will be right back with you to go over that first half in just a bit. Stay tuned.
Give another applause to the 2025-2026 Golden Lions.
Welcome back. It's been an exhilarating first half of playoff rugby between Penn State and Lindenwood. Two sets of Lions battling for the pride. As we are going to head into and look at the scoring summary so far between this game. Tom Bishop led us off with the try as forward added the conversion. Then Lorenzo Zamel added a penalty. Only one of 4 penalties for Penn State in that first half before Byron Forward answered that with a penalty of his own. And then Riley Richardson-Mould, late in the first half, added a try to extend Lindenwood's lead. We're going to take a look at the complete playoff bracket. Jack, how's it been looking so far?
So far in the East, this game, as it stands, would have Lindenwood playing live next week here at Hunter Stadium. On the other side of the East bracket, Navy Mary Washington is still yet to come back. However, Army beat Arkansas State 42-17 yesterday, meaning Army will most probably travel to Navy in the quarterfinal matchup of this national championship bracket.
So we're going to head into the CRAA news and notes. Cal and Navy, they were the 2 teams to nab the number 1 seed. They finished the season, so they will have home advantage through to the semi-finals. And as you mentioned, Jack, a potential massive rivalry game at Hunter. If Lindenwood seal the deal and win against Penn State, and that is a big if with a big half coming up. That'll be a huge game. As well as that, the Challenger Cup starts May 1st. Teams that just missed out on the CRAA D1A playoffs will go up against each other. That also has a stacked competition. Teams like Davenport, Utah, Ohio State, and St. Thomas, as well as many others making up that field. Stick around. We're going to take a short break. And then after that, we will be right back with you for the second half of this game. "40 minutes, that's all that separates Penn State and Lindenwood from a spot in the quarterfinals. Penn State trailing by 14. They'll have some ground to make up in this second half, but they have shown the heart and the physicality so far in this match. Referee just talking to Nick Bruno, ironing everything out before Lorenzo Zamel kicks us off once again. 40 minutes before one team goes home. Zamel goes deep, picks out Byron forward. Takes a carry himself as Lindenwood find themselves in their 22 to start this second half. McAllister finds Luke Schaefer. And then Kieran Holland. His two props to gain some space before forward asks for the ball, puts boot to ball, and finds the touchline.
Perfect start there for Lindenwood in this half. McAllister controlling the tempo, ultimately allowing forward to exit cleanly, which leads to this Penn State line out inside of the Lindenwood 40-meter line.
Ansel with his first throw of the second half. Penn State with an opportunity inside the Lindenwood half. Their first of the game. They go to the maul. Goldman takes at the top. Maul driving well. Lindenwood doing a good job to make a mess of it. Potentially stolen. And it is!
Luke Schaefer there, getting in on the ball on the back there, making the turnover for the Lions and gaining some early momentum to start this half off for this Lindenwood team.
Great work from the Lions at set piece. Penn State have looked to go to the maul numerous times, and it was very effective for them in that first half. But Lindenwood, they do well. And they will get the scrum.
McAllister now to feed what has been a very dominant Lindenwood scrum so far in this matchup. However, referee deemed Kieran Holland to be dragging down there, giving Penn State the penalty in prime field position for these Nittany Lions.
Commentators' curse on full effect there, Jack.
Second time this game.
Penn State kick into the Lindenwood 22. What can they do with this ball now? Ansel to throw. Clean ball at the top. Go back to the maul. And that is still rolling. Lions recover well. It's wheeling now. The ball is still in the middle of that. Very messy. Bodies everywhere, and Lindenwood have done it once more. They steal it again. David Scanlon with his hands on the ball. Big play from the captain.
Key defensive hold up there for the Lions. Something which they've started to do very well recently. They've taken great pride in their maul defense as of recent, and they'll look to continue to show that today.
Lindenwood have shown they are not afraid to run out of their 22. They will attack from any part of the field. They showed that in the regular season. Showed that against Penn State last time out from set piece. With a 14-point lead, though, you'd expect them to be conservative. As Cole Schaffenhorst with a hit up. Good feet from the center. Dances his way to the 20-yard line. McAllister's now beyond his 22. He goes himself. Possibly dangerous, slightly isolated, but Linda would keep the ball. That's a penalty to the Lions. Referee signaling that a Penn State player was off their feet. The Lions will get some reprieve.
Easy exit there for the Lions. Penn State will be unhappy to let them off the hook so easily there. And it ultimately leads to this Lindenwood line out on the Penn State 40-meter line. Byron forward flipping the field and giving the Lions a great platform to launch their attack.
Coming on for Penn State, number 21, Amos Grant. The freshman from Scotland. He started at fullback Last time out against Lindenwood at Hunter Stadium. And that was number 11, Carter Holtzman, coming off for Penn State. As Lindenwood with the ball on the 40-yard line. No one wants to play scrum after the Lions. McAllister finally on his feet and does just that. Another good carry from Tom Bishop. He's been strong today as forward goes to the boot. End over kick. Does not judge the distance correctly. That kick's straight out.
It's a real killer there for the Lions as they just started to build some territory and some phases together. However, an errant kick by forward does give Penn State the ball in a great position here to clear their lines.
He's gone to the boot a few times today, Byron forward, different situations, but that wasn't his finest. He'll want that one back. Evan Ingram picks it off the back of the line out. As Jack McAllister hugs the referee and gets to the base of the ruck. Now, quick ball for the Lions. Byron forward out the back. Shooter! Great play from Nick Bruno, shutting the attack down. Might be on top of that as well. Big play from Bruno.
Fantastic double effort there from the winger. The big shot to shut down Shafanoff, followed up by the Jackal and getting his hands on that ball. A real leader for this Penn State team.
Just what the Nittany Lions needed. And they go back into the Lindenwood half for another attack.
Lindenwood out of that half would have been looking to control the first 20 minutes of this half and take Penn State out of this game. However, Penn State are not looking to go away easy, so they set their line out here.
Well taken line out. Somerville tries to link up with his fellow forward, but they can't do that. As Noel looked to get on the end of that, his hands just let him down at the end there. Chance goes begging for the Nittany Lions. Quite a stop-start beginning to the second half. So that probably favours Penn State slightly, even though they're chasing the game. They are the underdogs and they'll want to break this game down, make Lindenwood play at their pace. I'm sure they'll want to be more effective next time with ball in hand. Tom Bishop plays. Jack McAllister, Lions are going to play. Forward out the back to Burley. But good cover defense. Grant with the tackle that time. Evan Ingram's met by two Nittany Lions. Huge shot. And they work their way over the ball. Boomfa from Penn State. Oh, but a knock on at the base of the ruck. Hard work is not rewarded. Unfortunate for Penn State. Lions let off the hook.
And what a show of defense there. The shot initially on Ingram to knock him back on his back. And then the counter ruck effort. Just a great show of defensive pressure there from the Nittany Lions.
Feels like Penn State are building the puzzle. They're just missing a few pieces at the moment. They're taking the game to Lindenwood. McAllister feeds the scrum. Goes down again. Kieran Holland. Oh no, actually Luke Schaefer goes down, and Penn State with a huge scrum penalty.
It's a key defining moment in this match. Penn State will have been looking to get after this Lindenwood scrum all day, and they've finally seemed to unpick it. Setting them up with a line out just 5 meters out from this Lindenwood line, and an opportunity back into this game here with 30 to go.
With just 30 to go, still 2 converted tries down. They want to make the most of every effort that they get in this part of the field. Get the feeling that this could really determine the outcome of the match. Clean line out from Ansell. Maul now. Nittany Lions driving forward. But a penalty to Lindenwood. Obstruction is the call. Good maul defense once again by the Lions. It seemed like Penn State had the upper hand, but they were driven towards the touchline. David Scanlon and his mob of forwards just making a mess. That's a great touch finder from Byron forward. Didn't have much of an angle to work with, but to get it up onto the 35 is a real pleaser for the Lions.
And with that, the referee has called the time off temporarily as there is a player down. But what a great stand there from the Lions to keep Penn State out of their goal line on what has been a very Penn State favoured start to this half. With that being said, Penn State, I apologise, Lindenwood are making their first substitutions. In place for Jack McAllister, Jeremy Zwick joins the Lions, and replacing James Burley, Kobe Miller. As for the front row, the loosehead prop and former All-American Asher Webb joins the field for the Lions.
Webb will certainly add some firepower to that Lindenwood front row. I would not want to be in front of that man with ball in hand. The graduate student from Brownsburg, Indiana. As we are ready to go once again, Ingram to throw. Ball doesn't find hand once again, and Goldman is there to run it up. Lindenwood line out, still not firing on all cylinders, and now Penn State will get another chance to work. Tip ball from Treister. He finds Bruno. They go quick, Sarkis. Treister again. Good leg drive from Lachlan Treister. Ball's at the base of Sarkis. He finds Somerville. Somerville makes meters, and Penn State knocking on the door of this Lindenwood line. Bench getting right behind them as their forwards go to work, putting in the hard yards. They're so close now. This could be huge. Penn State go out, and they've scored. What a play from the Nittany Lions. They are right back in this playoff.
Great bit of patience there from Penn State, willing to wait for their forwards to slowly pick and go around that corner. Eventually gets them over the line here, bringing the score to 17 for Lindenwood, 8 for the Nittany Lions. And this game has just been broken wide open.
It's that man, number 19, Tristan Somerville. We mentioned he could play a big part coming off the bench today, and he has done just that. A crucial score for Penn State at this moment in this match. Zamel splits the goalposts. 7-point game, 25 minutes to go at Hunter. The Nittany Lions have all the momentum right now.
Penn State in prime position for this upset now. With just 25 minutes to go, down only 7. Lindenwood will need to rethink how they are playing this game.
Zamel sends a torpedo over the halfway, and we will have a line out just over the 40.
Lindenwood now need to get back to their bread and butter. They'll need to sort out their line out woes here. and get the ball into the hands of their playmakers and draw a lead in this game.
They will need to work this set piece first. Ivan Ingram, he's going to need to recalibrate. He's had a few picked off. Oh, that one messy, but it works out. David Scanlon with the ball. Zwick gets his first touch of the day. Luke Schaefer with a strong carry. Zwick back inside. Asher Webb, big leg drive. He just keeps rolling, does Asher Webb. Zwick to forward. Forward kicking behind. There's space for Bauman. Can he reel it in? Eli Bauman! Referee deems it went dead. Eli Bauman so close to a debut try.
And that's more of what we needed from Lindenwood there, showing that they're willing to attack here. And attack they have. A great carry from Webb, followed by a contestable kick by forward. However, the bounce just not sitting up for Bauman there in the corner. And ultimately leading to a Penn State 22-meter dropout here to get play back underway shortly.
Does seem like the ball is bouncing the way of the Nittany Lions at the moment. Zamel goes deep to forward as Bishop off the back fence. What's he got in his locker? Boomfa!
Good carry up there from Bishop. Sends one Nittany Lion before he's lifted. However, Lindenwood with the advantage now. And
Lindenwood will get the penalty. High shot.
Forward now for the touchline.
Good kick from Byron forward, sends the Lions into Penn State's 22. On for Lindenwood, number 19, Harry Makatoa in place of Neil Milzarek.
Milzarek, a man who's gone through a lot of work today, a lot of the unseen parts of rugby. He's hit a lot of breakdowns, he's made a lot of carries. However, Makatoa a good threat here at this line out.
Scanlon, clean take. I work off the back. Ingram find. Oh, cannot link up with Schaffer North. Once again, miscue for the Lions. Oh, big shot. Ball's popped up. Referee ruled blow. Stop to the play. Come back for the earlier knock-on from Lindenwood.
Penn State now with a high-intensity scrum here to clear their lines. This is a key moment in this remaining 20 minutes of this match. This could really decide the game right here. If Lindenwood is successful in turning it over, as they most likely will try, this could potentially be a game changer in the waning minutes of this matchup.
This game was a children's book. The Lions can't connect the dots at the moment. Scrum is stable. Sarkis goes blind. Grant, he clears Penn State Lions. Forward with the take. Goes himself. Great chase by Grant. Bishop, he needs some support, but what a goosey from the big man. Schaffernorth with the carry, but Penn State are marching Lindenwood back towards their own goal line. Luke Schaefer leaves the ball at home. And with that, another knock-on. Penn State are moving up the field at Lindenwood's expense.
And once more, it's Lindenwood's own errors there. It's unforced errors. Just multiple handling errors have caused Lindenwood to be marched back down this field. And the initial knock-on just 5 meters out. Then the knock-on there. It's just giving Penn State a prime amount of real estate in this matchup.
Lindenwood just aren't playing with the crispness and fluidity that they had in the regular season. Quick ball, Sarkis finds Tristar. Big ball out to Bruno. Bruno in some space. He puts it on the toe. There's a man in support, tries to can't reel it in. And Bruno tries to put it down. The first knock-on was by Lockie Treister. They should go back for that ball. Great option from Nick Bruno, though.
Referee having a word with his linesman here about what actually happened. It's a hard package to unpack right there. As a miscommunication in the defence ultimately allowed Bruno with the line break. And then the kick inside ultimately landing in what we are currently unsure of as a result. As Lindenwood sent packing once more on their goal line, which will require another goal line stand here for the Lions.
Penn State ever so close to getting closer to making this a very, very tight game. Referee says the first knock-on was Penn State. But boy, you can see that they are up for this. Knock-on or not, they are ready to play and reel in this 7-point deficit. Lindenwood ball on their own 5. Expect this carry to have some fireworks. Ball for Zwick to Schaffer North. He meets Bruno. Makatoa trying to work Lindenwood out of their own goal line. Messi ruck. Ball is there for forward. He had a lot to do, but that ball goes over the head and a great clearing kick from Byron forward.
Great bit of patience there from the Lions, taking the phases inside their goal. However, clock is off with a man down in the backfield as Lindenwood have just flipped the territory here, giving Penn State a line out on what looks to be the 35-metre line.
This game's certainly getting chippy now. Playoff rugby, scores are very tight. And with the losing team going home and their season finishing after this, both teams are right on edge. Caleb Murphy being sent over to the referee to have a chat. Nick Bruno as well. It's number 16, Anthony DeBow, also shaking hands with Caleb Murphy there. DeBow now on for Penn State. He's getting right into the action early. Referee sorting things out between the two players. We'll go back to the action. Justice has been found. About to throw in for Penn State. 18 minutes left in this one. Loser goes home. Winner moves on to play life in the quarterfinals. Penn State struggling to get it to Zamel, but he does well. Kicks it over his head. But Max Orifice on the field for Lions does well. And Kobe Miller's got a head of steam. He finds Carsten Rice. Rice with a few defenders to beat. He can't offload back inside. And that will be Penn State ball. Great edge defense and a good scramble from the Nittany Lions.
And this has been a game of ifs and buts as Lindenwood can't link up at times here, keeping this game tight. And we will have a Penn State scrum as a result of this error.
Lindenwood just can't seem to keep the ball at the moment. DeBow to throw. Clean ball from Penn State. They'll go back to the maul. Zamel at the back. Forward with a clean take. Works back against the grain. Finds some room, does well. Big clear out from the Lions too. Ball's there for Zwick. Lions playing out the back now. Will Bentley on for the Lions. He finds Valela. Skip ball to Eli Bauman, who can't reel it in. Another knock on for the Lions.
And the errors are just continuing to pile up here for the Lions. Multiple unforced errors here. Ultimately keeping the Nittany Lions in this game, and it continues to show. Lindenwood now with a scrum to defend from this Nittany Lion half.
This game feels like it is on a knife edge. Only one score in it. What an upset this would be for Penn State. Beaten by over 50 points last time they ventured to Hunter Stadium. Now with 15 to go, they are very close to taking the lead here. Bouncing ball, Byron Forward has it. Finds Kobe Miller. Kiwi in space. Carsten Rice, another knock on. The Lindenwood wingers cannot reel the ball in at the moment.
Lindenwood players for that matter, right? As it's just been a plague which has droughted the team so far in this game. And with 14 minutes to go, it's going to be a real issue for these Lions.
Coming on for Lindenwood, number 18, Lockie Foster. Coming off, Luke Schaefer, the senior from Peoria, Illinois. Is it nerves, Jack? This close playoff game?
Potentially, like there are a lot of things which could have gone into it. Nerves, most definitely. However, it could be a sense of oversight. Just thinking about the bigger picture without thinking about each individual skill.
Sarkees feeds the scrum on halfway to Zamel. Flicks it out to number 13 who finds O'Donnell. Ball in two hands. He kicks deep, possibly too much on it. It bounces to the right and finds the sideline. Possibly a 50-22. That's what the Penn State bench are calling for. The scrum was perfectly on the halfway line. And this certainly could be Penn State ball. And it is. Referee's arm out. What a play from Jake O'Donnell.
What a bounce of the ball there. You can never bet on a rugby ball, and that is for sure, as it's shown right there.
That ball looked all money like it was going out the back of the end zone. As we have another break in play. 13 minutes. Penn State. They're here. They're alive. Do not turn your TV off. This will be a breathless end to this game.
Penn State definitely won't go out without a fight. That is for sure. With just 13 minutes to go, they are right in this one, knocking on the door of the Lions, and they'll be most definitely trying to get over this line here.
What a play from O'Donnell. But they have to finish the job. DeBow with the throw. 5 meters out. Clean take. They go to the maul. That has worked well for them today. Lindenwood do a good job, but penalties there for Penn State. DeBow still with ball in hand. He's worked it back to Sarkees. Bruno takes it himself. He's close. Still a penalty advantage for Penn State. They work Goldman. He's met well by Asher Webb, who drives him back. Oh, and a knock on. They go back to the penalty. See what they want to do with this.
Penn State controlling the tempo now, and this is one of those areas where you think back to that first half with the missed conversion, with the missed opportunities at goal. This game could be a completely different story as Penn State look to write that down here out this set piece.
We'll do it all again. DeBow to the throw. Ryan DeJohn once again is the target. They go back to them all. Lindenwood defend it well. It's creeping. Nowhere for DeBow to go, though. Lindenwood defending really well, but ball is at the base. Penn State still have it. Turnover!
Fantastic jackal there by Byron Forward, getting his hands over the ball to win the Lions the penalty. What a fantastic effort there.
Huge play from Forward at this point in the game. Stakes couldn't get any higher. Penn State with all the momentum from that 50-22 and the fly half. Yes, the fly half has just won the turnover on Lindenwood's 5.
Guy not scared of getting into the muddy and gruddy. Forward, getting his hands on that ball, getting his team back in this game. And the kick bouncing out perfectly for Lindenwood. Could not have kicked it further there, as Forward has pinned the Nittany Lions just 30 meters out from their line. A real field flipper there, Ike.
Isabel, he thought that he could keep it in, but he couldn't do it. And as you said, Jack, big field flipper. Lindenwood now with the throw on the 30-yard line. On the field for the Lions, Jaden Bartels, number 16. His first throw's a peach at the back to Tom Bishop. Will Bentley finds Max Sorofus. He's met well by Penn State. Numerous runners from Lindenwood. Some stuff going on back play, but Tom Bishop with a lovely line. He finds a half gap, and now there's space for Byron Forward. He finds David Scanlon, but the ball over the top was tracked down well by Sarkis with the tackle. Short gap here. Miller, though, finds space where there was none. David Scanlon, he's met by 2 Nittany Lions. Byron Forward at first receiver with a juggle, finds Will Bentley. He doesn't have many options, goes over the top of Grant with a kick. Can it stay in play? It can. Rice does ever so well, but Penn State take the ball, and that's a high tackle.
Pressure reliever there for the Nittany Lions, keeping them in this game. A score there for the Lions could have ruled them out of this one. However, Penn State with the line out now in their own half. This game still so wide open for either one of these teams.
This game's so back and forth. Could go either way. DeBow's been good. Can he keep it up? Yes, he can. Finds Goldman. So they go to the maul for a Zamel box kick once again. Zamel long, Tryster's there, Forward with a good take, but Tryster meets him. High tackle from Tryster though. Didn't do a good enough job to get low, and he caught Forward high.
Forward has been fantastic today with some great composure under that high ball. He's taken plenty of shots, whether high or late. However, he's done a fantastic job of controlling that backfield for Lindenwood today.
Another good touch finder from Forward. There's Lindenwood back in the Penn State 22. Bartels to throw. Scanlon, the take. Maul once more. Lions are motoring. They've got this one going. And it's still working towards the try line. Can it keep moving? Now down. Collapsed by Penn State. Ball is there for the Lions. They have an advantage if they want to use it. They go blind. But Sarkis stopped that quickly. And it's going to be a penalty.
Lindenwood just 5 meters out from the Penn State line here. They'll be looking to add some points here to get over this hump and ultimately set themselves a ticket.
Penalty try! Penalty try for Lindenwood. Austin Noel being showed the yellow card, and the referee has deemed that as the ball was going towards the line and it was collapsed illegally, there's a penalty try. And with 7 minutes to go, that could do it. A full 7 points to Lindenwood. No need to take the conversion. 24-10 is the scoreline now.
That is a real changer in this game. Just 6 minutes left. Arguably ruling Penn State out of this one.
But you never know.
Never say never.
That restart taken on the 45. The referee didn't realise it though.
Always an issue here at Hunter Field. It seems like every game there's 1 or 2 decisions which always start from the 45 of Hunter.
Messy ruck, penalty to the Lions. Amos Grant was trapped at the base. He couldn't roll away cleanly.
And Lindenwood now showing some composure, playing with some patience now. Time rolling down on that clock as forward's kick stays in field.
Oh, big error from forward, but possibly another error from Penn State. Not a knock on though. As they kick it back towards Lindenwood. Zwick goes quick. And forward now is left to pick up the pieces. He does really well and puts a kick in behind. There's space. No one is tracking that down. Which way will the bounce go forwards? There, Zamel kicks it forward. Eli Bauman now with the take above his head. And he goes against the grain. He runs into Robert DeCash. A really unsettled piece of play all around. It's chaos at the moment, and Penn State will get the turnover. 5 minutes to go. Can they get themselves down the field and back into this?
This will be some turn of events here, Ike. Penn State have been so dominant in this second half. However, Lindenwood with that penalty try to extend their lead really could have cut them out. This penalty here gives them a great opportunity to get themselves back on this board with just 4 minutes remaining.
Great touch finder from Lorenzo Zamel. Penn State will need to get 7 quickly. Clock ticking under 5 minutes. 4:30 to go on our clock. About to throw, picked off by Tom Bishop. The Englishman has been everywhere today, and he makes another great play. Byron forward, kicks deep. Ashton Zaplicki receives. He goes to the boot. Up and under, chasing his own kick. Byron forward. Sure hands from him today. He has had baseball mitts in that backfield.
Lindenwood now controlling the tempo of the play here.
As they go out the back, they still want to play. David Scanlon with the ball. He puts his head down and runs into DeBow and DeCash. Jaden Bartels with a strong carry. Lions, they're not slowing down just yet. Will Bentley to Kobe Miller with a step back inside. Met well by Zaplicki.
Miller.
He's still going.
Lindenwood now looking like they've still got something left out there to prove as they pull once more.
They go behind. Eli Bauman reels it in. Bauman fighting with Bruno on the ground. He did well to catch it. Lions still have the ball. Expansive play from Lindenwood to finish this game. They're going to keep going. Numbers blind if they want to use it, but... And now they have a penalty. Seems like Lindenwood have just woken up in the last 5 minutes. Where's this been for the previous part of the match?
Zwick now taking some time to get some composure with just 2 minutes remaining. But yeah, I 100% agree. Lindenwood would have been asleep at the wheel for all but 5 of these last few minutes. And it clearly shows. Lindenwood are now playing some expansive rugby and posing Penn State some real questions late in this game.
Bartels to throw, finds his captain Scanlon. And it would go to the maul. Bartels is being dragged to his left. There's space to his right if he can get there, and he can. Jaden Bartels with the cherry on the cake for the Lindenwood Lions.
And that just about ends it here in this game, as there are handbags thrown in that bottom corner. But the lead is extended to 29-10. What has been a closely contested match so far in this last few minutes has turned into a Lindenwood showcase of why you should not challenge them all.
In what has been a close game for 70 minutes, if you are just tuning in, don't let the scoreboard fool you. Penn State were right in this game up until the last 5 or 6 minutes when Lindenwood poached a ball as Penn State were on the Lindenwood 5. Then they went down, scored a penalty try of their own. Now they get one more with Byron Forward's kick to come. But this has been an action-packed round of 16 game. Very exciting start to the playoffs. Byron Forward with a stinger right through the middle of the uprights. He will add to his tally in this game. He's been good today, Byron Forward.
Good short of what he's truly done today, Ike. He's been fantastic in that backfield under the high ball and off of the tee. Forward's really been the composing hands of this game for the Lions, I feel like. And with the waning minute of this game to go, he'll look to continue his perfect streak of this game.
Kick is short. Grant can't reel it in. And with just seconds to go, the Lions will eke away the time remaining on this clock. Oh, no, they won't. They want to keep playing, don't they? Kick over the top to Eli Bauman. Basketball pass to Orifice. Orifice breaks the tackle and goes all the way to the corner. One to the feet. Great tackle. And the offload batted away. Ball still bouncing. Referee says the ball went dead. As the hooter goes, what a finish to this final.
A weird ruling here as it looks to be a Lindenwood scrum. Spectators unhappy with the decision. However, Lindenwood with one final opportunity to add some points to their tally here. So they pack down for what looks to be the final play of the game.
Seems like it was a Lindenwood scrum because the Penn State player knocked it out of his own end goal line.
I believe so, Ike. It's a weird case of one of those rules which you should know but you don't know, which you think you know, and
you just don't see it very often.
It's a rare one, that's for sure.
Lindenwood with a penalty.
Jeremy Zwick in no race to play the ball here.
See what Lindenwood want to do with this. They've won the game. The clock is in the red. They want to go back to the scrum. They want to keep playing. Possibly carry some momentum that they will need next week in a massive rivalry game against Life.
Back here at Hunter Stadium, 12 p.m. kickoff Central Time in what will be one of the games of the season for sure.
An absolute cracker. As we see Caden Ansell coming back on for Penn State. Lockie Treister leaves the field for Penn State. Everyone kind of looking around at each other at the moment. The referee has now said the yellow-carded player, Austin Noel, can come back on. So Ansel will come back off the field. Treister will go back on as well. And we will resume play. Jack, what do Lindenwood need to do heading into the Life game next week? They were off their game today. What can they do to rectify that?
Well, for starters, the set piece. While the scrums were okay to begin with, there was a little wobble in the middle. And then there was the issue of the line-outs, which has plagued Lindenwood all day so far. And will really be a key defining feature in that game against Life.
Zwick with the ball, finds forward. Bauman through the gap, but Bruno got himself in the way.
Arm wrapped up high there on Bauman. Referee quick to call that one.
Referee deems that it was a Lindenwood knock-on. And with that, that's the match. It was an intense one. Physical game from both sides. Penn State brought the game to St. Charles. But in the end, the Lions found their composure after 70 minutes of rugby, and they finished 31-10. They will go on to play Life in the quarterfinals next week. That'll be back home, as we mentioned, 12 p.m. midday Central Time. What a game, Jack.
Most definitely. Penn State came to prove why they deserve to be in this playoff bracket, and they certainly showed that for the first 70 minutes or so. However, the late errors ultimately got the Lindenwood Lions a nice tally to end on what has been an excellent game of great contest.
An excellent game it was. That'll be us. Thank you to everyone involved with this production, from the crew to you, Jack.
Thank you very much.
It has been a great one. Thank you for tuning in, and tune in next week for Lindenwood vs. Life. Thank you very much, and we will say goodbye for now.